Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Becky Madujemu, a content creator based in Chicago, Illinois, United States. Thanks for joining me. Like you saw on the thumbnail, I'll be talking about the divorce saga between footballer Achraf Hakimi and the beautiful actress Hiba Abak. I hope I got that name right. Why is everybody talking about this divorce? After all, celebrities, even ordinary people divorce all the time. Even pastors divorce. So why this one? Well, the first time I heard about this case, I was talking with a friend over the phone, and she just mentioned that, oh, what this man did was so bad. This Hakimi guy. I was like, who is Hakimi? Is he a Nigerian celebrity? Who is he? I said, no, he's based in Paris. He's a footballer. You know, he's one of the best defenders in the world. Look what he did. He's divorcing his wife, or the wife is divorcing him. And only to find out that she wanted half of his fortune. Only to find out that all his fortune, everything he has in his mother's name, everything on this God's earth are in his mother's name. Who does that? But I laughed when my friend told me because it was so funny. Talk about pulling the rug from under someone's feet when they were not looking. It was so funny. I laughed and laughed. I was even on the side because I was like, okay, maybe she married him for money, which is always a suspicion when a beautiful woman marries a rich person. It's like, oh, she's there for the money. She's there for the money. Even rich people have come to believe that people are with them for the money, which is mostly the case. But then look at her. She's not doing badly on her own. Her assets are like, she's worth over $2 million, and that shows that she's been working really hard. When I did my research, I found out that she's that gorgeous actress in that Netflix series about what they call ISIS. I watched that series and she did incredibly well in that series. Very interesting. You can go watch it and you see her there. Now I started thinking to myself, why people are praising him for being smart enough not to fall like others before him. I started thinking how they got to that point where she didn't notice that the mother was fully in charge of everything. Now, age is a pointer because you married him at 21, 22. He was very young. He started playing when he was just a boy. In his teenage years, his mother was managing him. You should see his mother watch him play. You will see the passion. You will see they have a connection that is, mother-son connection that is deep, that started when he was really small. You don't blame her. She has to protect her son who was rising very fast at a tender age financially. So an adult had to be there to protect the assets that was coming in or that were coming in. And now this beautiful actress who is 12 years older falls in love with him. I think it was 19 when they fell in love. Now, this is your 19-year-old son who is making money, so much money already. And this talented, popular actress is in love with him. He is also in love with her. She didn't do anything to stop that love. But behind the scenes, she protected her son. That would be the excuse on her part. She protected her son because, for God's sake, where do you find the average lady fall in love with it? If it was a regular 19-year-old working at a cafe, I don't think she would fall in love with him. But because he was, a known star, he was rising. So she naturally fell in love with him and had 2 kids in quick succession. But as soon as he was accused of rape, she filed for a divorce. And she said in one of her Instagram posts, I read it myself, that she tends to side with the victim. In other words, he's guilty. Guilty already before the trial. He's already guilty. And she wanted half of his fortune. And when a woman like that says her husband is guilty, people are going to imply that her husband is guilty. People are going to believe her because she lives with him. She had children with him, has children for him. So she knows him better than anyone else. But what she didn't know was that all he had were in his mother's name, or are in his mother's name. That apart, I feel that they hurriedly did it. As soon as he noticed, or maybe the mother and himself, because maybe they're doing things together as a team, a tag team against her. As soon as they noticed that she was willing to get cold feet about the marriage, They look, know what, Mopsy, carry everything and keep. When she proposes to take something from me, I'll say everything is in your... In fact, the papers are there. They are clear. Everything in your name. And so Nigerian men are happy. I don't know why people are happy, Nigerian men, because in Nigeria, the judiciary favors the men. Yes, our judicial system in Nigeria favors men. If you are divorcing a Nigerian man, you're not going to go and say, I'm taking this house. Which house? Hey, the judge, no judge is going to give it to you. No judge in Nigeria will give you your husband's house because you're one of the houses. Except the man is kind. He'll say, okay, you were there when I didn't have anything, or you built with me, or you're the mother of my children, take a house. So I don't know why Nigerian men are jubilating. You want to go and put your name in your mother, your things, your property, even people that don't have anything. They only have shoe. People that have only shoe and socks, they say they want to go and put it in their mother's name. I'm sure they're all joking, but then there's a bit of seriousness to it. So apart from the age, this is a young man. So that is why the mother is probably in charge. She has always been in charge. So there's no need to switch things up. Perhaps if the marriage had lasted long enough, maybe 10 years, 15 years, yes, he would have been settled enough or had confidence in the union to say, okay, my wife should have control to an extent. I would have control to an extent. Do you understand what I'm saying? But how many years did it last? You see, that's why prenuptial agreement is very important. If you're marrying a rich person, make sure there's a prenuptial agreement. What am I getting? Ask those difficult questions. What am I getting if there's a divorce? Or if we ever have to split ways? If I have to go our separate ways. Look at Janet Jackson. When she left that billionaire, she left with a hefty settlement because the conversation was had, papers were signed, and so when she had to leave, she left happy. No, there was no party was aggrieved to say, oh, I was robbed, or I didn't see it coming. No. People should ask those difficult questions before they get married. Maybe this girl just thought the boy was naive, or the guy was naive, his mother was just there supporting, not knowing that they had an ace up their sleeve. If you don't ask these difficult questions before you get married, you're going to run into surprises like this. And it's going to embarrass you and going to hurt you too. Talking about questions, you see Mercy Aigbe's marriage, Nigerian actress, to a Muslim, a producer who's a Muslim, who was initially married, or well, he claims he's still married to his first wife. The wife is based in the US. They were both there until he decided to relocate to Nigeria. They have 4 kids. The wife is claiming that, look, I don't want polygamy. But some people are saying, not me, some people are saying, but he's a Muslim. He's entitled to 4 wives. You, the wife, you are a Muslim. Mercy now is a Muslim. All of you together are Muslims. And so, is it that you didn't have that conversation before you got married, that in case you decide to take a second wife, I'm going to leave, or please do not take a second wife? And he said, okay, I will not do it. But now he's claiming as a Muslim, I can take a second wife. It is my right to do so. And she is saying, no, I'm not having it, because that conversation was not had. I digress. Now back to this matter. It seems as if the mother, like other mothers who manage their children, are either they are stumbling blocks or they are stepping stones. Look at Burna Boy, for instance. His mother manages his affairs. I've been to his show in Chicago here, and you could see her guiding her son towards the path of greatness, and he's doing so well, so focused, because his mother is in charge. He had a girlfriend at some point for a while, and when she left, she started calling him a mommy's boy, because some women can't stand a man who is, whose mother is really a formidable force in his life. But then, in fairness to the wife, in fairness to her, she deserves better. She should not be left with nothing. For having 2 children for you, she deserves something more than this embarrassment. She deserves to be compensated. But the long and short of my video is that before you marry somebody, make sure you know what you're getting into. Make sure you ask those difficult questions. Ask those difficult questions. Very, very important. Okay? So that you won't become a topic for bloggers to dissect, for commentators to enjoy about, for people who make memes to have a field day. Okay? I hope you're wiser for it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again when there's a trending topic to talk about. Bye now.